In 1996, Chris Carter followed up The X-Files with the darker, arguably more sophisticated series, Millennium. Fans yearning for Frank Black's heroic return can revisit past nightmares and see glimpses of a hopeful future in the new feature-length documentary, Millennium After the Millennium. Villain Media affirms the documentary establishes how relevant the former Fox series still is to society. UK Film Review says Jason D. Morris creates an enthralling documentary. Screen Critics calls it an absolute must-see, featuring new interviews from Lance Henriksen, Chris Carter, Frank Spotnitz, and many more. Millennium After the Millennium is available now at thetimeisnow.mm.com. This is who we are.
My notes. Do you got your notes? Do you need notes?
I've got it. I'm ready to go. I am officially organized.
All right. Carly is officially organized. I don't know what that means. It's kind of scary to think about it. Does that mean that she has her cases of beer stacked against the wall, organized by alphabetical order? Or alcohol content? The 4.2% alcohol content beers first, and it goes up to 5.9, maybe even like a...
I don't have 4.2 alcoholic beers. What do you think I am?
So I don't know exactly what her preparedness means, but she's organized and ready to go. And on this next episode, we're going to pick a drink. What are you drinking, Carly? I'm limited on what I can drink now because we're not going to the store as often. And so I'm just going to...
What are you drinking? You go first.
Well, what I'm actually drinking, and so today is a lie. I'm lying to all of you out here. I'm going to tell you that I'm drinking a Paloma, which is a tequila drink. And we'll go over that in a minute. But what I'm actually drinking is some sort of weird blueberry smoothie that my wife made me that has too much protein powder in it. And that's my breakfast and my drink for today. Because I guess afternoon. Because where I'm at, it's 11:40 a.m. And where Carly's at, it's like, what, 6:40 p.m.?
No, your concept of time is just what?
Yeah.
It's nearly 8 o'clock at night.
Okay, well, you know what? It's a lot of hours difference. How about that?
Okay. Well, I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you what I'm drinking.
All right, good.
It's Budweiser.
Well, you know what? That's not a surprise to me.
Because I can't go out. So there we go. That's all I have. I can't go out, so it's Budweiser.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It's something. It's better than the protein powder fruit smoothie that I have. So.
It is, yes.
So grab your smoothies and grab your Budweiser.
Hey, you should put Budweiser in the smoothie.
I don't have any. I might do that.
And then you'll be like, oh, Shoni, make me another one of those. It's amazing.
So, grab your cups. Today we're going to be drinking a Paloma. Not really, but really. So if you have tequila, grapefruit soda, and a lime wedge, grab it and make this drink, okay? So Paloma is made with 2 ounces of tequila, 8 ounces of grapefruit soda, and a lime wedge. And what you do is you add ice to a highball glass to chill the glass, I guess. You could have previously chilled glass. I don't know. Do you want ice in your... I guess. Grapefruit soda with ice and tequila. It's fine, I guess. Yeah, so ice. I'm just citing it. This sounds good. I've never had one. So I'm just curious. I don't know. All right, so add ice to a highball glass to chill the glass. Add tequila and then grapefruit soda. Garnish with a lime wedge. Pretty easy drink. Actually sounds pretty decent. I don't like grapefruit, though.
I have a lime wedge.
Yeah, I have limes.
I've got some limes in my fridge.
Yeah, I have some of those. I do have tequila. I do not have the grapefruit soda. I might just try it with some Sprite, though. Some Sprite might work.
Why don't you just have the tequila?
Because we won't finish this podcast. I've already told you about the tequila and me. The whole 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. That's
floor, yeah.
That's 100%. Some more fruit smoothie there. So anyway, if you guys have these ingredients, you should go ahead and try this and report back to us because we want to know if this is good or not. Maybe these drinks aren't. These are supposed to be, period kind of drinks, but I get a little curious about the truthfulness of that, because did they have grapefruit soda in the 40s, the 30s? I don't know. Because again, this is coming from a book called, and it's a little product placement here that we're not getting paid for, but this is coming from a book called How to Drink Like a Mobster, Prohibition-Style Cocktails by Albert W.A. Schmid. Schmid. So I don't know how accurate these are, because I'd have to look that up. I don't know. Did they have grapefruit soda in the 30s? Let us know. So today we're going to be talking about 2 films. So this might be an extra long episode, or it might just be an extra short episode, because I don't know. I don't know why that would be. Because
fantastic work, Morris.
Yeah, maybe we'll shorten it because we're doing 2 movies. That doesn't make any sense, but what do we do that does make sense? The Purge.
Maybe we'll shorten it because we're yammering twice as much.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just won't edit it at all. And people could see what we're really like. Oh wait, we already did that. we already posted an episode like that. We're sorry. I'm sorry. Carly's not sorry. Carly wanted it.
I did.
She wanted you to see the true Carly.
I did. I bared my soul for the people.
I wonder how many of you turned that episode off. Skipped it.
Probably don't ask that question.
Yeah. And we're going to listen to 39 Steps for the 20th time. So today we're going to be talking about the first film we're going to be talking about. I don't know. How do we do this? So we watched 2 films. The original 1952 film, The Narrow Margin, and then we watched the remake of The Narrow Margin called Narrow Margin, which is from 1990.
So we need to do the original first.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, we don't want to confuse people.
And also because it's better. So, spoiler alert. Oh, don't. That just sets me up like I'm going to regret this whole thing.
You will. You'll regret this whole thing. No, I'm torn. I'm torn on that, on what you just said. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Death rides the rails as a peril-packed express roars across the continent. A fateful journey. For aboard this thundering train ride desperate, merciless killers, pursuing, searching for the secret that threatens their underworld empire. Every dangerous mile is fraught with excitement and suspense as an innocent girl, caught in the web of mistaken identity, becomes the target for murder.
Sister, I've known some pretty hard cases in my time. You make them all look like putty. You're talking about a dame's life. You may think it's funny for a woman with a kid to stop a bullet for you, but I'm not laughing.
Really? Well, I don't care. She's got twins. You talk like you'd rather I got the bullet. Whose side are you on, anyhow?
Listen, Jingle Jaw, nothing's happened to you yet, has it?
No, and it better not.
Well, then shut up!
All right, Copper. I'm not in this alone, but you are. You're just one guy bugging a big company. Don't matter if you beat my brains out or not. We're in business for keeps.
Where's that list?
I haven't got it.
You in there. You're covered on both sides, here and in the corridor. Open this door or we'll open it and come in shooting.
First door that opens, Copper, I'll put a bullet through this dame's head.
So The Narrow Margin is a 1952 American film noir directed by Richard Fleischer. This movie was considered a B movie at the time, which I was a little surprised by, because it had a $230,000 budget, which I think was a pretty good amount for the time. But Richard Fleischer was very new in his in the directing department. He went on to make some really big films in his later career. 2000 Leagues Under the Sea, actually, which was only a couple years later, honestly.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green, yeah. Fantastic Voyage, Dr. Dolittle, Tora. Soylent Green is a great one because, I mean, of our connection with Millennium, and that was Lance's computer passcode in Millennium, Soylent Green is people. But anyway, so he went on to be a great director. Later in his career, he directed the Conan movies. And he even won an Academy Award for a documentary they did called Design for Death. But The Narrow Margin was a little earlier in his career where he was directing B movies, and he wanted to figure out a way to come up through the ranks and get into some bigger Hollywood stuff. And he accomplished that. This film was based on a book by Martin Goldsmith. Now, he didn't write the script, but he also wrote the book for another film noir called Detour. Yeah. And this screenplay was written by, I wonder...
A person whose name I can't remember.
No, it's Earl Felton, but I was going off on a tangent thinking of something else. But anyway.
Fair enough.
Sorry, folks. It's the blueberry smoothie.
It's gone right to your head.
Freezing my brain cells. Earl Felton wrote the screenplay based off of Martin Goldsmith's book, which I guess was co-wrote by Jack Leonard. Anyway, Felton ended up winning, or was nominated for an Academy Award for this script, which got me thinking about this supposedly being a B movie, and it winning or being nominated for Academy Award. Like, that doesn't happen in today's world. So that was pretty interesting to learn. Anyway, the picture stars Charles McGraw, who I thought was pretty damn good in this movie, Marie Windsor, and Jacqueline White. That was released by RKO Radio Pictures, who was a big player at the time. And I think at this point, Carly, we can go into your in a nutshell synopsis. Super famous nutshell, in a nutshell. Do your thing. I'm gonna shut up.
I'll just do my thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a tough as nails cop protects a perpetually hungry gangster's mole from a mustached murderer by never actually being with her for more than 5 minutes.
Were you writing poetry? Can you do that one more time? I mean, I think I missed.
I mean, I know it's magnetic. I know that my synopsis in a nutshell is almost magnetic.
There is some, I think you're rhyming a little too much there.
I can do it again if you'd like, like Alec Baldwin style dramatic pause.
Can you do it with a French accent?
Oui, tough as nails. No, we've been there.
So yeah, I would agree. This dude is tough as nails. I thought he had a very strong character in this film.
Even when he was tangling with the washing line, he was like kicking 7 bells of crap out of that.
Right. Yeah.
he was like boosh. It was great.
I really enjoyed the setup of the movie of this person's already in custody, and he's going to like meet with the witness or whatnot, and
I love the conversation in the car, like, that was
so fun. Yeah, the talking about cigarettes or whatever it was. All that stuff was pretty fun. All the supporting characters I thought were great in this movie, and it was really well. It's kind of a, when I started watching, I didn't realize this was going to be like a claustrophobic trapped in a train movie. Mm-hmm. So I was really surprised by the direction of the film. The directing of it was really well done, and it didn't feel stagnant at all. It moved at a really good clip, and he kept changing the scenery on a train to such an extent that you never felt bored and kept the story really going. And
So
I get
I
no
have a
follow-up
confession
from
to
my
make.
co-star here. She just leaves me in the wake, just like, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Well, I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
Which
okay.
I feel like it's going to be bad. I have never seen this before.
I hadn't either. This is the first.
Oh, okay. So I don't feel as bad then.
No.
I've never seen this before, and I'm really sad that I've never seen it before.
So you really liked it then?
I thought it was great. I actually really, really liked it. And when I first started watching it, I was like, don't know if I'm going to like this. I really freaking liked it.
So what did you think that you weren't going to like about it? If this is your first time you're watching, you're telling me like, I don't know. What did you think when you saw this that told you, I don't know if I'm going to dig this movie?
When I started watching it, I bloody hated that woman that he was meant to be protecting.
I
just
still
thought,
hate
let her die. Just let her die. Take the bribe and let her die. She's horrible. She is horrible. All she did was yell at him. She's like, you didn't take a bribe. You took a bribe. You didn't protect me. You protected me.
Didn't she want food a lot?
Like, have a day off, love. My God. All she wants is some bacon and eggs. Chill out, love.
It's funny, though, because every time he would leave, he promised her that he'd bring her food, and he never does.
Never did.
So I can kind of...
perpetually hungry. That's what it is.
I can kind of sympathize with her. I get it.
I just need some bacon and I'll be fine.
Right? I can see that. I mean, once you start watching the film, but before you watch it, looking at the poster, did you watch a trailer? Like, how did you start the process of this movie? I
just went blind into it.
All right. So just from starting the movie, you decided didn't think you were going to watch or like it. At what point did you decide, oh, this is pretty good?
Do you know what? I've got a little note here highlighted.
All right.
The best bit of the film, I think this might potentially win the award that we don't have for best line in the film ever. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You make me sick to my stomach. Well, use your own sink. When she said that, I thought, oh my God, that's my spirit animal. I fucking love this.
That does sound like you.
They are so horrible to each other. I thought, I like this.
Okay, well, about how
because
far
I
into the
kind
movie
of
was
wanted
that?
to get shot, so.
Yeah. How far into the movie was that line?
I don't know. I think it's like 30 minutes into it.
So it took you 30 minutes to like this movie?
Yeah.
Really? I liked it instantly as soon as it came on. Even though she's annoying, but I mean that's a good trait for a character, and a character's arc.
Yes, and also for the twist, It was very, very, very fucking good.
Yeah.
Very good. But to begin with, I was like, I'm not used to seeing this. She's a total she's horrible. Leave that guy alone. He's just lost his partner. Good God.
Yeah. Now, how believable do you think that this scenario, this setup is?
Okay. Well, if he'd have just stayed in the room with her, it probably would have been okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And even in I don't really want to get into the remake, but I felt the same thing in the remake.
Yeah.
Just stay there.
Just stay. Like, you're meant to protect her. The whole point of your job is to protect her.
Yeah.
So why are you going off for dinner with some random woman and leaving her alone in a train car?
Right.
For people to walk in and out whenever they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, just sit in the room with a gun. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you've got it covered.
Right.
But, he was hungry.
Yeah, she was hungry. Did he eat?
He didn't eat. No, he didn't.